Welcome the challenges. Look for the opportunities in every situation to learn and grow in wisdom. Welcome you back again. Students, let us recap what we have learnt in our previous class. India is a land of diversities because people speak different languages, they eat different types of food, they celebrate different types of festivals, they practice different types of religion. Caste system is one of the example of inequality. Before starting with the topic, I want everyone to be ready with their civics book, notebook, and pen. I am going to cover the following topics in today's presentation: diversity in India, historic and geographical reasons for diversity, unity in diversity. Our first topic is diversity in India, that is, cultural assimilation. Assimilation means integrating various things together. A little more than 200 years ago, or long before the train, aeroplane, bus, or car became a part of our lives, people traveled from one part of the world to another in ships, on horses, or on foot. So let's say generation back, our great grandfathers might be using road as a means of transportation, but that road could be a kind of unpaved road with bullock carts, etc. Slowly and steadily, people changed and developed invention of wheel, where people started traveling through bus, trains, aeroplanes. So there has been changes in the means of transportation. Many people left their homes due to famine. Some went in search of work while others left because of war. Again, people started moving from one place to another constantly. They might be moving in search of job, and they might be moving due to war, famine and drought. All these movements have led to intermingling of people. So let us say people living in Rajasthan are moving to West Bengal. They have taken their culture from Rajasthan to West Bengal. This has led to cultural assimilation among different areas. The history of many places shows us how many different cultural influences have helped to shape life and culture there. Thus, region became unique due to its unique history. City people depended on marketplace while countryside people started depending on farms and agricultural product, which means in the city people seldom grow their own vegetables and grain. Instead, they depend on the market to buy all the goods and they need. Students, let us try to understand what we mean when we say that geographical and historical factors influence the diversity of a region. We can get more information by knowing about the life of two different parts of the country, that is Ladakh and Kerala. Let us see first Ladakh. Ladakh is a desert in the mountains in the eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir. It is totally covered by snow. People living in this region are dependent on the melting snow during the summer months. Ships are commonly seen here. So here we can have pashmina wools. Many people are engaged in this work. The people eat milk and milk products like cheese and butter. Each family owns their own goat, cows, and yak calves. Ladakh was the trade route from China or the Tibet area, and mainly it was a trade route for textiles, spices, and silk. This region has mainly influence of Buddhism and Islam, and this region is traditionally rich in songs and poems. Now let's talk about Kerala region. Kerala is surrounded by the sea on one side and hills on the other. This region is famous for spices like pepper, cloves, and cardamom. Kerala region was highly influenced by Arab traders. St. Thomas was the first who spread Christianity to India. Ibn Battuta had written lots about the life of Muslims. Vasco da Gama from Portugal was the first to discover the sea route to India from Europe. You have fishing nets used here, especially like Chinese net, and are called chinawala. Even the utensils used for frying is called chinachatti. The land is fertile, which is suited for growing rice, and majority of people eat fish and rice. The important part of this lesson is unity in diversity. Despite of so much differences in terms of religion, region, culture, and so on, there is a kind of unity across the nation. And now that unity has been witnessed in the form of various episodes of independence movement. Now Britishers had tried to work around the divide and rule policy in India that ultimately failed, and we were united against a common fight for the Britishers. On April 13, 1919, General Dyer and his troops attacked a large meeting of unarmed people. So we had Jallianwala Bagh massacre, that where General Dyer opened firing and people laid down their lives, and it was commonly unity among people where there were no Hindu, no Muslim, no rich, and no poor. All of them surrendered their life for our country. India's national anthem, composed by Rabindranath Tagore, is another expression of unity in diversity. So, we have songs and symbols which bond the nation as one. The word or the phrase unity in diversity was first given by Jawaharlal Nehru, and when he was trying to explain in his book Discovery of India, he explained unity is something that does not comes from outside. It is something that is witnessed by us from within. So we have a kind of passion and tolerance for something that ultimately leads to close bonding, which we called as unity in diversity. Students, let us recap what we have learned today. People traveled from one part of the world to another in search of new lands or new places to settle in, or people to trade with. People traveled from one part of the world to another in ships, on horses, on camels, or foot. Kerala and Ladakh are quite different in terms of their geographical feature. The history of both regions has been similar cultural influence. Both regions were influenced by Chinese and Arab traders. Thus, history of and geography are often tied in the cultural life of a region. Despite the diversity, people of India share a common national identity. Unity in diversity makes our country different in compared to world. Students, you have to read the pages from 7 to 12 of your geography book, and your homework is to read the chapter twice. Thank you and have a wonderful day.